Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the altcoin show, coming at you daily. Well, 6 days a week. That's pretty good for me due to your popular request, popular demand. We're here again with the altcoin show, and we've got some exciting stuff to get into today. Wherever you are tuning in from around the world, I want to welcome you to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. And those who are regular watchers, smash that like button. This helps get this content out to more people and helps to support the channel. There are links below. I have the cheat sheet there. Some people have called it the treasure map. I do appreciate that. Certainly, there has been some treasures in there for sure, and we're going to cover those today. Batenza Tau and Sui are two of those, but we also have 5 other trades that absolutely popped off. We had 7 home runs out of 8, and I do believe that 8th, we're going to talk about 8th coin today, Banana Gun, is due for a bit of a pop-off. It's looking quite good, so we're going to check that out in the charts right at the end, so don't miss out on that. There's also the cheat sheet link below in the description. That's where I gave the blub trade. So if you did not get in on the blub trade, I shared it first in the Discord. That's where I am interacting in the crypto channel daily in the Stocks with Josh Discord. The links are below in the description. They're also in the cheat sheet, so check that out. Lots of altcoins in the cheat sheet, all entries and exit levels there as well to help you on your crypto journey and trading. All right, we're going to jump into, first of all, Banana Gun, because Banana Gun, this was the only trade we got stopped out on. And the only reason we got stopped out on this trade was because they had an exploit and they made that right. And as you can see, the banana dip is being bought hard. APY is going up. The burn rate is increasing. Supply shock incoming at some point. Imagine when the web app comes. I don't even have the web app yet. You have to do it. It's fairly complicated. I was going to do a video on Banana Gun bot trading, and it's quite a complex process. And it's certainly something that people are profiting off of, and I was going through the steps. Then we had the exploit, and so I gave a bit of a break on that. But certainly when the web app comes, it's going to be fairly bullish. Remember, they only have 10 million tokens, and remember, Batenza Tau only has 21 million tokens, which is part of the reason why it is skyrocketing right now. And so don't sleep on Banana Gun. Certainly, I am still bullish on Banana Gun. There's some more great news. Banana Gun bot is straight back and dominating the market again. As you can see, it's got a huge market share here of 24% of all the trading bots. It's overtaken the Maestro trading bot on Telegram. So that's very, very bullish, absolutely crushing it. And it's impressive how the Banana bot metrics have been insanely bullish. Despite the hiccups, you can see there, it's overtaken the main competitor Maestro. It's at a new 30-day high for daily volume of 26.7 million, generating over 156,000 in fees. The number of daily bot users rose above 5,800, exceeding the 7-day moving average by 24%. And you can go on, and a bot fees totaled 370,000. This is something that is working. People are using it. It's making money. And when the web app comes out, that's going to be absolutely massively bullish for the platform there. And, obviously they don't want to be overly reliant on Telegram. And I do agree with that. All right, let's jump into Batenza. The new Grim Reaper is here. We had the Sui Grim Reaper. Now we've got the Tau Grim Reaper. And climbing the ranks one step at a time, heading for the top 10. It's only a matter of time. So it's absolutely starting to crush through Tau to the top 20. I think we're going to see Sui and Tau in the top 20, even the top 10. It's obviously this was overtook Casper to get into the top 30 there. Somebody did ask, should they sell their Casper for Batenza Tau? Look, if it's me and I have Casper, I'm not selling it for Tau, because, and here's the deal, I can't give you advice because I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. Are you not entertained? Says the great Maximus Decimus Meridius from the movie Gladiator. And so I wouldn't. I'm just not in favor, personally, for me, of moving a token that hasn't popped yet into a token that's just done a few 100%. You risk going into the other token that has a nice big pullback, and the token you just sold out of pumps. It's okay. So we have here, I've been staking to my TAO for a year now, and I've passively earned more than 150 additional TAO. Okay, that's pretty impressive. So if you didn't take my financial advice at 41.23.50, now might be a great time taking a little look at staking your TAO. So you can check into Foundry there. They're one of the stakers there. There are quite a few. I haven't looked into the best place to be staking TAO, but I do also know that Ledger now, you can stake your TAO with the TAO validator using Ledger. So if you have a Ledger cold wallet, looks like they now support, I don't think they previously supported TAO. You can now do that. I'm going to look into that because obviously I haven't sold any of my hodl bag of TAO. None. Zero. Zilch. It's sitting there waiting. I have been swinging it and have made a good portion of money swinging it and have given trades. And the swing trade column in my cheat sheet, have been following that. You've been printing money on TAO. So check out if you have Ledger. If you don't have a Ledger, I would encourage you to have some kind of cold storage, particularly for the bear market or at some point during the bull run. It can be a good idea. If you're not swing trades and day trades, I have on the exchanges, but it's not a bad idea to have a cold storage there. Price prediction for TAO, and I thought this was good, just to some historical context. The 2017 bull run, look at those gains for Litecoin, XRP, ETH. In the last bull run, ETH again, ADA, BNB, previous cycle tops, Doge, 27,000%, Solana, SHIB. TAO has returned 1,390% return on investment since the inception was about, I think it was $18. So you can certainly see there that printing intelligence, not just money. That's a dig at Ethereum that keeps printing money, and Solana as well. TAO has a fixed supply of 21 million. And you can dig into a little bit more. I like this from biting the M bits or bitting the M bits. I don't know there. Certainly there's a bit of a thread there, and we're not going to go into all the way into it there, but you can see there is certainly some good stuff in there that you can check out, and TAO and Sui absolutely crushing it. Now even has a bank, something is coming, so we'll keep an eye on what the TAO Bank is going to be doing. You can actually follow TAO Bank and see that they have staking and zero interest loans to maximize your TAO's potential. So this could be another opportunity there to stake your TAO and be earning on your Potenza TAO. I know some of you may not have even sold. Look, if you've not sold a single TAO, I want to know. Are you believing and holding for like 1,000, 3,000, 10,000? That's why I do like the two different portfolios. One, because it's tough. You see it go up, but you haven't banked any profits. That's why I like the swing trading, to be able to swing in and out of TAO and make money. And I've held the swing position open. I haven't closed it. I've just been taking profits on the way up. Same with Sui, and that's been a good decision. And I've let you know all along the way what I've been doing and why I've been doing that. But also then you have that TAO hodl position where you can just see it grow and grow and grow and grow. And have updated my cheat sheet with new take profit targets for TAO and for Sui. And then you have your swing trade where you can just be taking profits all the way up, buying the dips, selling the pumps, buying the dips, selling the pumps all the way up. That's why I have that strategy. My life-changing gains series is free. It's in the cheat sheet, and I cover this strategy in detail about why I have the triple threat portfolio. Oh my gosh, as you can see here, this person, Harry, Prince Harry, is it real Prince Harry? I don't know. But last year, this time, I sold all my Litecoin for TAO. The price of both was $70. Best decision ever. Look at this, and now look at it. The price of both was $70. Litecoin now is 66. TAO is 575. This is why I made these videos. I made a video, what was it called? Dump these coins, buy these coins. And I also made another video, This Changes Everything, where I identified why to get out of these dead, non-performing coins and get into the coins that I have identified. We're going to go look back at those videos. And this is why I continue to encourage, look at your portfolio on a regular basis Don't be so emotionally attached to these coins. Oh, I'm in loss. Okay, so you're just going to go in more loss. And in the meantime, not only are you going to go into more loss like Litecoin, you're going to miss out on this. So not only are you down or down more, you've also missed opportunities of a lifetime. Okay, here's the deal. You've just got to identify, well, again, for me, I want to identify the coins that I need to move out of on a periodic basis. And this is why I sold off some of the coins in my cheat sheet. I sold my HODL position on Ethereum at 3,500 and I rolled it into Tau. And fortunately, I was up because I bought it at $1,700. But I've certainly sold coins in loss, but I don't see it as being in loss because I'll just roll it over to another token. I just sell it over to another token. And now I'm in loss on that token that I think can make back that loss quicker rather than just holding it here and then just being in more loss because I don't want to sell in loss. You just got to be prepared to say, you know what? Didn't make the right call here, hasn't worked out. Let's shift this loss over to another token that's going to make that loss back. That's as simple as it is. Stop seeing it that you're selling in a loss. You're not selling in loss. You've only sold in loss if you sell it and then cash it out to cash that loss out to your bank account. Now you've sold that in loss. But if you roll it over into another token, you haven't sold it in loss, in my opinion. That's not the way that I look at it. So if you haven't watched those videos, check them out. I want to revisit those because I want to compare some of those coins that I told people that I was getting out of or had gotten out of and told people to get into Tau, into Sui and some of the others there. Okay, and talking of Sui, Sui has now overtaken Locked, absolutely crushing it. Certainly, Avalanche was a coin that I let go of my HODL position and I rolled that into Sui and Tau and some of the, and it's been the right decision. It's a superior blockchain. There's no doubt about it. And certainly it was the right decision. And I'm very bullish for Avalanche. I just can't be in every token. I want to have a smaller token where I've identified the winners more clearly. And I've gone over that as I've gone with my cheat sheet and narrowed down and pushed the liquidity into smaller and fewer tokens. And I've 7 of those, which we're going to cover again today, they've all popped off and it's all been very good decisions to do that process. And look at this, Sui Negro ranks second in transaction volume for September month to date. Only Solana ahead, above Tron, above Near, above Base, above Say, above BNB, above Polygon, above Ton, above Injective. So absolutely powerful. Ethereum's not even on, so I don't know what's going on there. But certainly those are the transactions. You can see what chains are people really using. Those are the chains that people absolutely brilliant. Let's jump into the charts here. And first of all, let's start with Arweave. Okay, so we gave the Arweave trade the entry here. It didn't quite get to our take profit level at around $25. So I did say, a take profit here was fine at 24. I mean, geez, we're squibbling about $1 here. And so if you didn't take profit there, that's fine. If you did take profit there, that's great. You can look getting back on a pullback here to 22 or down to about $21.50 as long as there's a successful retest there. Profit. If you're a conservative trader, the conservative trade is to wait for a break of this and a retest here at 25 and then ride this 28, wait for a break, retest, and so on. But certainly we jumped the gun a little bit, got in under the 50-day moving average. There was some pretty good increase, certainly from $20 up to about $24 there. That's a nice little pump. Hopefully you're able to take some profit on there. That's a winning trade. Protect your trade. If you didn't take profit on there, you may want to look at putting a stop loss to protect that trade or just there. The banana gun, certainly we are close here. So as soon as we break this 200 EMA on the daily at around $39, a successful retest on the trade, that's when we enter the trade. If we miss that, there's a second option here at $41 to break, retest, and then get in the trade quick. All it needs is a little tinder, a little fire to get beneath this, and this can absolutely take off and melt faces here. So we're definitely looking for that trade. I wouldn't take the trade just yet. We've had a pretty strong rejection here, looking for a break and a retest here to jump in, and then maybe add here on a break and retest, or you could take profit here and then just keep riding the trade up. There are many ways to do this trade. The bonk trade, so we have Arweave, that's one. Bonk trade, that's been a winning trade. Gave that trade at 18. We already got up to 19. What we're looking to is take profit at 20 here. But you can also stay in the trade at 20 as well. Just take some profit off the table. You can close the trade here. It might come. Certainly, if you miss, would I jump in now? You could try and front run. That's going to break above here and retest and go in here. We do have a low and we have higher lows here. So certainly with bonk, and also obviously with bonk, once we get to 23, retest that. And then we got upper levels as we go on. And we'll keep covering bonk. We'll keep following this trade and see what happens. Obviously, if you lose the 50-day moving average, you're going to need to have a tight stop there, not to get stopped out of that trade there, okay? So bonk is looking good. Let's see what shakes out with bonk. The Ethereum trade has been going quite nicely. We're just kind of keep trucking on up. And certainly we're looking for that 2,800 take profit level here with Lux Alpha order blocks. You could push it a little bit more and see if it will come up to this 2,870 level here. We took the trade at the 50-day moving average. Obviously, if it comes back to here, you can just maybe have a nice tight stop loss there to get out of the trade and protect your capital. We could be coming back down to this 200 on the weekly around about 23, especially if Bitcoin has a bit of a drop. This should drop quite sharply, and this could be a good place to get stopped out and then get back in at a lower level there on Ethereum. HNT, did we manage to get in the trade? We certainly did. This was a great trade to get in on the 50-day moving average, so another win there, ride that up. And so that was great. Take profit around the $8 level. Certainly, if we come back to the 50-day moving average, getting back in the trade at about $7.15, certainly we could come back and down and test the 200 EMA all the way down at $5, around that $5.60-ish level, $5.70 almost. But certainly right now, that's a no trade for now. Certainly, if you didn't, certainly you may want to putting a stop loss if we do break down below the 50-day moving average. Next trade we had was Casper. Hasn't really done a whole. We just tend to flirt with this 50-day moving average, as you can see, and we just have a downtrend. We've got a lower low here. And so this is certainly something that if you're in this trade and you did get in the trade, you would have been stopped out of this trade by now. Look, we could come all the way back to the 200 EM on the day, which is 15 cents. I know some people there are probably looking a little bit frustrated with Casper, but generally Casper has had lots of areas of sideways movement, and then it just suddenly takes off. Look, you can see how sideways and down movement here, and then off it took, rocket ship from 11 cents up here. And I got in Casper all the way back when way back here when it was down here. So you can see that it just goes sideways and then just takes off. And then we go and just like a rocket ship, and then it goes sideways and down. Look at this. Oh, all the way and then off like a rocket ship up to that 21. And we're seeing the same thing happen here, sideways and down, then off like a rocket ship. And we're seeing the same similar thing here. So you can just have patience with Tau. I'm just going to keep holding the bag that I have. I already did a large amount on this. The Casper trade, we're just really waiting for the break and a successful retest of the 50-day moving average there to get in the trade and ride that up. And then obviously stop loss would be under this wick candle here, which is sitting at around 15.9. You could put it at 15.8 as a stop loss. If you get in the trade here, it looks at around 16.3 for the Casper trade. So we're not in that trade at the moment. Render has been absolutely smashing. I gave this trade at the 50-day moving average at $5. I gave it again. As we had a retest of it, and then we got all the way up to around about $6.34. The take profit level was $6.40, but certainly taking profit you had three opportunities to take profit here. 3 days, 3 candles to take profit. Certainly, I do like these candles because the wicking has gotten less and less, and we're butting right up above here. So staying in this trade, and I didn't take profit. I'm staying in the trade because I'm waiting to see if it's going to break here and retest here, and then I may add to that trade for further upside momentum where we could see this come all the way up to about $7.25 and then probably where did we break down from here? Around this $8 level, yeah, $7.95. This breakdown level for render there on the say. I wouldn't mind having a quick look at say. Where are we with say? So if you want to get on the say trade, so the place to get on the trade, of course, would have been the 50-day moving, but certainly a break above here. If we come back and retest around 39 for say, that would be an entry for the trade. If we break down below that, have a stop loss to get out and look to re-enter back at 30. So there are two options there for say, either a break and retest here at the 200 EMA on the daily at 39, or come back and get it at 30 for say. And then we've got Solana. And so again, what did we see? The trade was, so there's another winning trade here, back test of that, and then off to the runner trade, and it is doing great. Certainly, I'm looking to ride this one up to about 164, taking profit on that trade. But certainly, if we do come back to this 141 level, that would be a place to get back. This is here, so this has been a great trade for Solana. Got all the way up to 154 Solana. Okay, Sui hit that take. Look at these take profit levels. Absolutely nailed it. Look at the 155 take profit level. Absolutely nailed that one there as well. This is what you do in swing positions. You don't know when it's going to. You identify the levels, and at some point, it's one of these take profit levels. It is going to have a reversal or a cool off. The next take profit level up here is at around 210. So that's where I already had these sell orders in advance. So I'm just going about my day, doing my stuff. And we could see, look, what we've seen here is up, cools off a bit, up, cools off a bit, up. Now, if we cool off a bit here like this, then we're almost certainly going to shoot up to 210, and then we'll see what this resistance level. If we see a strong rejection here, back to this level here, this could be a good place to re-enter the trade or get in the trade at $1.55. Certainly, if we lost that, just have a good stop loss, just a little bit, maybe at 149. But certainly, I've got buy orders down at 122 for as well. But I'm certainly in at 139. Obviously, is a place of interest as well. So there are some areas that I've identified. Obviously, 155. If you want to take a day trade or a scalp or a quick swing trade, you can get in there. I'm not buying there for HODL. Or for 139 is the next one, and then 122 is the next one, and then further down 114 and $1. Those are the levels for SUI, and my next take profit is 210. And then we're seeing something similar with Tau here. We come up and we had a small breather here, and then we've just taken off like another rocket ship here. This was my take profit level at about 570. I think I took some profit. Yeah, there's at the 2. So this has had a pretty strong rejection here at 570. And so if we cannot break through here, then we're looking for this maybe to come back to this the 1618 there at about 490 area there, or even down to 1414 at 450. This is where I would look at getting in some trades here around this area. And obviously, if we're fortunate enough and we come back to the 300s, which could happen. But look, this is when you have a coin that has limited supply and there's massive demand, and people have to deploy Tau and lock it up, their nodes, their validators, whatever. And then obviously you have the Tau bank where people are staking it. How much Tau is there? Remember, there is more Bitcoin supply out there than Tau. Tau is a relatively new, and so this could just keep going with very little pullback. It just could have a little rest, go up, a little rest, go up. And at some point, we're going to see a pullback, but at what price point are we going to see a pullback? If it was me and I had no Tau right now, as of right this second, I would be picking up some on any little pullback like we had here to around 522. I would have probably deployed about 20% on there, and then I would have held 80% for lower down amounts. That's how I would have played it, but certainly I'm not in that position, fortunately, but that's how I would have played it. And then I would look to put buy orders down here at 490, 450, down to all the way down to probably 365, the 200 EMA on the daily down here. Actually, it's risen to about 344. So I would have buy orders all the way down to here. And the 50-day moving average we have at 315. So that would be my strategy to get in on the Tau train at that point. And so as you can see, we've had some great increase and some great trades that we've given you on this channel. And I've been telling the reaccumulation at some point There are still some trades to be taken. There are some trades that I've given there. The banana trade is a trade that I'm watching, and so maybe you can get in on that trade if possible. We also had the Ondo trade, and somebody asked a question about that in the Discord, so I did want to look at that. We are at the take profit level for Ondo. This would be a place that I'd be taking profit. Now, would I completely get out of the Ondo trade at this point? I would not. I would wait to see if it's going to come back to the 200 EMA on the daily. And if we would lose that and not have a successful retest, then I would probably exit the trade. But I would have already taken profit. See what happens. Certainly, if it comes down, if you're not in the on-day trade, this is the place to get in at 75 cents. It may come back and retest. There's an entry there. And if we drop down even further, there's another entry there at around 68 cents at the 50-day moving average on a breakdown of that. And then the fetch trade has absolutely been crushing as well. We gave that entry on the break of the 200 EMA. That's gone up significantly there. Certainly the take profit level there for fetch, we're looking at around about, to ride this up to about $1.86. $1.86 there is where I'm looking to ride this trade up. Ultimately here, we should get up to $2.22, which is where we broke down all the way down. If you want to get back in the fetch trade or didn't get in the fetch trade, $1.39 there. Or if we see a further breakdown, we've got $1.18 on the fetch trade. So those are all winners that I've given on this channel. Hopefully Banana Gun is going to redeem itself. That's the only one we were stopped out on. We may get back opportunity to get back in that trade and ride that one up, because I feel that was going to break out and then they had the exploit. Let's see what shakes out. And as always, until the next episode, happy trading.